And what is up, everybody? Now, right now, I got Mortal Kombat going on in the background, and I was supposed to have done a review, or posted my review on it, but and seeing as how it's so late in the game to even try to do it now, the fact that Predator still isn't available, just so many different things. Let me just put it to you like this again. I am never buying another NetherRealm Studios game until the complete version comes out later. Because it's just a serious waste of time and money. Especially time, because I've been waiting to play as Predator, and he wasn't available right away. Then I pay an obscene amount of money to have everything unlocked, to find out that not everything was unlocked, and all these other ridiculously useless skins I still don't have available. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating. But what's the most frustrating to me is my faction. As soon as I got online, as soon as I got this game hooked up, it said join a faction. I chose the Lin Kuei. Sub-Zero is my favorite Mortal Kombat character. Was, is, and always will be. I was in the military, so I did my time in service. So there's no reason for me to join, special forces. There's the White Lotus, who, and if they're, producing whiny little pansies like, Kung Lao, Liu Kang, and Kung Jin, whatever his name is, the archer who is ambiguously gay. Yeah, I don't want I don't want part of that faction either, and I'm not a bad guy, so I'm not going to pick the Black Dragons or the Brotherhood of Shadow. And the first week, Lin Kuei wins. Yes, we are the faction champions. The next week, we lose. Okay, they got us. Then the third week, fourth week. How many weeks later? We still haven't gotten back on top. And I notice whenever there be a NetherRealm or Outworld invasion, the majority of the time, the Lin Kuei was spearheading that. The Lin Kuei won. The Lin Kuei drove back the invasion, yet we've never gotten the faction champion again. Just the first week. And they give you the option to change factions. I know that, but to be perfectly honest, I think once you've made your bed, you lie in it. So okay, I'm with the Lin Kuei. So why haven't we won? Ever again? Doesn't make any sense. Going through this invasion right now, I put off playing it for a while. Because I've done just about everything you could do, with the exception of playing online. Because they make you pay money to do that, and I've paid enough money on this game, and know that I don't have to do that for UFC. So why do I have to do that for why should I have to do that for Mortal Kombat X? Makes absolutely no sense for me to do that. I'm not paying a dime. Especially when PlayStation, I remember PlayStation Network, because of the fact that since it was free, the online playability wasn't that good. So here, the online playability for my 3DS when I would play Super Street Fighter 4, no problem. And it makes no sense for me to have to pay extra, considering I already paid extra for this game. And they give you all these different things that you got to try to do to contribute to your to the faction. But to be perfectly honest, to really be able to contribute to your faction, you have to have no life outside of playing this game. Seriously. This is just a this is just a hobby for me. I do a bunch of other stuff. I'm active in my church. I train martial arts, which is also another hobby. And I haven't been real busy in certain things that I should be doing. My mind is elsewhere, because for reasons which I'm not going to discuss. Um, me and my family are going through a very, very difficult time right now, and stuff. I don't need to. I don't need to the added stress of trying to contribute to a faction that can't seem to win. Like, what the hell? I, it doesn't make any sense. Try playing this game. It's still very fun. It's like the gameplay, like the playability of it. Okay, fine, great. Certain characters are way better than others, obviously. Others not, others not so much. But the combo system is a little easier to learn. Story was great for it. Loved story mode. Beat played the classic towers and beat it with everybody that is available, because they still waiting on Predator. And who the hell cares about Tremor? Seriously, he showed up in one. I think he showed up in either Shaolin, I think Mortal Kombat Shaolin monks. Nobody cared for him. They never put him in any of the. They never put him in any of the other Mortal Kombat games. Mortal Kombat Armageddon, that he wasn't in. Well, the two before that was when I was still in the Marine Corps. Mortal Kombat Armageddon came out shortly after I got out, and Mortal Kombat Armageddon had every Mortal Kombat character under the sun available. It was ridiculous, old and new skins, this, that, the other. Made a bunch of new characters, and it was insane. It was literally insane. And that was supposed to be the farewell. And the fact that they made it that you could do a customizable character was great. So you had pieces that you could make Ghost Rider, you could make Akuma, you can make Goku. It was good. It was cool that you had those options available, and which they carried it on later. Even the last Mortal Kombat game, Mortal Kombat 9, had more characters than this game does. Then this game shows you a bunch of characters that you wish you could play as, but you can't. Not to mention the fact that they make you fight Rain, but he's not even a downloadable character yet. Tanya, who cares? Tremor, they don't even show Tremor for any part of the story in this game, and he's a character that I have to wait for. Just dumb, just absolutely dumb. The only thing I'm looking forward to with him is the extra skins for the characters that comes with it. That comes with him, because for whatever reason, when they released Jason had 3 different movie type things: vampire, vampirist for Melina, the Kraken for Reptile, and a mummy for Ermac, Pharaoh mummy for Ermac. Cute. Then you had for Tanya, they had the Mortal Kombat 1 skins for Kano as well as Sonya, but they said it's Mortal Kombat 1 for Liu Kang, but really that's his Mortal Kombat 2 costume, which when they released this tournament version, they should have just had it like that. Then they just recently put out the classic skin, not 100% classic. This was more by the time Mortal Kombat 3 and Mortal Kombat Trilogy came out, for Scorpion, Reptile, and Sub-Zero. I wish they would show Reptile again in the human skin, They don't do that anymore. If you want to go classic, that's classic Reptile, okay? And just a bunch of other gripes that I seem that I have with this game, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you have most of the same problems. Aside from the ridiculous faction war that for whatever reason we can't win, the Crypt, who charges you obscene amount of KOINS's in order to give you concept art that you don't necessarily care for. No, I want all my fatalities. I want to know all my fatalities. I want to know all my brutalities. I want extra skins for my characters. You know, it's just dumb that they do it like this. I understand when the whole skins thing got started. I want to say Namco. It was Namco's fault because when it came out, because Virtual Fighter didn't have it, and Virtual Fighter was that was the first 3D fighting game, tournament fighter. And then when Tekken comes out, okay, if you press punch, you get this costume, but if you press kick, you get a different costume, as opposed to different colors, like you would in any of the Capcom fighting games, or SNK. So now you have the options. Now the fact that you have the options of skins basically makes things made things definitely a lot more interesting. So in Mortal Kombat Deception, you're going through the crypt to try to unlock different, costumes, different skins for the characters that were already available. Not to mention unlock new characters, which was a serious pain in the butt to try to, going through the crypt and trying to, hopefully unlock a new character. It was very, 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 very painstaking. It was the same thing in no, that was Deadly Alliance. It was the same thing in Deception. So Deadly Alliance and Deception was more or less the same thing. Then when you get to Armageddon, I don't know if they had I don't remember whether or not they had the crypt. I didn't necessarily need it because I remember being able to press start and having the Mortal Kombat Deception skin for Sub-Zero, which was one of my favorite skins of his, even though he kind of looked like Shredder. That's probably why I loved it so much. For the zombie Liu Kang, if you press start, you get regular Liu Kang. No ribs. No decayed flesh, no chains, or anything like that. It was just readily available. Then Motor Combat was cute. I don't know why people had a problem. I don't know why people had a problem with that. I loved Motor Combat. And then of course the Conquest mode where you meet Darius and the other. No, his name wasn't Darius. I forget those two brothers. And going through that gameplay, it was it was almost like playing Grand Theft Auto. So it was the same thing in Deception, but Deception's gameplay was very limited. This took it to a whole new level. It was a whole other game in itself, and I especially was grateful for the fact that it wasn't forcing you to basically learn everybody else's moves. It just seemed absolutely pointless. But going on the different missions and stuff and the story and stuff like that, okay, you get a cool story with it. The story mode for Mortal Kombat 9 was great. Hell, even the story on both sides of Mortal Kombat versus the DC Universe, on both sides, story was great. The gameplay was garbage, but the story was great. And it was especially with Injustice: Gods Among Us, and they greatly improved on the gameplay for that one. And for this one, again, great gameplay, great story, but I spent entirely too much money to wait for characters that only one of them I actually cared about, and a bunch of costumes to which I should have had already. And all this extra work that they make you do, it is entirely too much. It is entirely too much, and like I said, it's almost not worth it. From now on, whenever NetherRealm makes a game, I'm just gonna wait for the complete version. I got Ultimate Injustice Gods Among Us, which is the complete version of that, where you give you Batgirl, Lobo, Martian Manhunter, and Zatanna. Then comes with all their costumes, all their moves readily available. This, that, the other. There's no reason for no reason for all this downloadable content and all this other nonsense. And on top of that, it probably sold for like $20 cheaper than the original game did, minus all the extra stuff that you had to pay for. Yeah, you're not getting me with that again, okay? This was supposed to be a rant on the faction war. Wound up being my entire review of it, regardless. Just because of the fact that this whole just the whole faction war thing, it makes absolutely no sense, especially since you got the bad guys fighting against the bad guy. Oh, NetherRealm invasion. That's what the brother, that's the Brotherhood of Shadow. So the Brotherhood of Shadows fighting against itself, or Outworld invasion. That's the Black Dragon. Because that's who Kano allied himself with. Outworld invasion. Okay, so he's so he's going to be fighting against Outworld. Stupid. It's absolutely stupid. That being said, like I said, I'm still a great game. Still, I don't feel like waiting, but I don't have a choice for anything else. I think next week Predator's finally coming out. Jason, I really didn't care for him. I was really hoping, but if you brought Jason in, like, okay, understandable. Why the hell didn't you bring Freddy Krueger back? So people could honestly do Freddy versus Jason again, Out of it, and what have made it even cooler would have been the fatalities that they're gonna do to each other. Oh man, I could just go on and on about what's good as well as what's wrong about this game and what they need to improve upon. But at this point, I'd be beating a dead horse because you guys already know. I'm just telling my experience. I'm done talking. Have a good day.